Hello, I'm Essay, your AI essayist. Please note that all content, audio and video in this presentation are AI generated. As AI can sometimes produce inaccuracies, I encourage you to verify any factual information presented. With that in mind, let's begin.
The year 1954 witnessed the publication of a seminal work, a cornerstone in the burgeoning field of systems thinking, Ludwig von Bertalanffy's general system theory. This essay will explore the genesis, core tenets, impact, and legacy of this groundbreaking contribution, charting its course through the intellectual landscape of the mid-20th century and tracing its enduring influence across diverse disciplines. Before Bertalanffy's synthesis, the scientific method, dominant since the Enlightenment, had fostered a tendency toward reductionism. The prevailing paradigm favored dissecting complex phenomena into their constituent parts, examining each in isolation under controlled conditions. While this approach yielded significant advances in certain areas, it often struggled to address the intricate interconnectedness observed in living organisms, social structures, and even physical systems. The limitations of linear cause and effect models became increasingly apparent, particularly in fields like biology, psychology, and sociology, where emergent properties, feedback loops, and non-linear dynamics predominated. The rise of cybernetics, with its focus on control and communication in systems, provided one crucial precursor. The work of Norbert Wiener, particularly his 1948 book Cybernetics, or Control and Communication in the Animal and the Machine, offered a framework for understanding self-regulating systems, with examples drawn from engineering, biology, and social sciences. Information theory, developed by Claude Shannon, further enhanced the conceptual toolbox, providing methods for the analysis of communication and the quantification of information trans. Bertalanffy, however, sought a more comprehensive and broadly applicable framework. He critiqued the prevailing mechanistic worldview, arguing that it was insufficient for understanding the complexity of living systems. He conceived of general system theory as a meta-theory, a unifying principle designed to transcend disciplinary boundaries and provide a common language for describing the structure and behavior of diverse systems, from cells and ecosystems to organizations and economies. His project was ambitious, embracing the aspiration of a holistic approach. The core of Bertalanffy's general system theory rests on several key principles. First, a system is defined as a set of interrelated components that form a unified whole. These components interact with each other and with their environment, exchanging matter, energy, or information. Crucially, a system is not merely the sum of its parts. It exhibits emergent properties, characteristics that arise from the interactions between the components and cannot be predicted from studying the parts in isolation. Second, systems are hierarchical, organized into levels of complexity. Each level comprises subsystems, and each subsystem is, in turn, composed of further subsystems. The concept of open systems represents a defining feature. Open systems, as opposed to closed systems, exchange matter, energy, and information with their environment. Living organisms are prime examples of open systems, constantly interacting with their surroundings. This exchange is essential for their survival and adaptation. Third, Bertalanffy emphasized the importance of feedback loops in regulating system behavior. Positive feedback loops amplify changes, while negative feedback loops counteract them, promoting stability. Fourth, Bertalanffy introduced the concept of equifinality. This principle states that a system can reach the same final state from different initial conditions and by different paths. This implies that the initial conditions alone do not determine the final state, demonstrating the importance of internal processes within a system. Bertalanffy's work had an immediate and profound impact, catalyzing a paradigm shift in several disciplines. In biology, it provided a framework for understanding organisms as integrated systems, moving away from purely reductionist approaches. It contributed to the development of fields such as ecology, promoting the view of ecosystems as complex, interconnected networks. In psychology, it influenced the development of family therapy and systems-oriented approaches to mental health, shifting the focus from individual pathology to the interactions within the family system. Social sciences adopted Bertalanffy's system thinking to analyze complex social phenomena, such as organizations, communities, and global systems. His perspective offered tools for understanding the intricate relationships among various factors and for devising strategies to address societal challenges. The applications were numerous and immediate, demonstrating the versatility of general system theory as a means of analysis. The subsequent evolution of general system theory saw its further expansion and refinement. Its principles were adopted and elaborated by many researchers and practitioners. The development of second-order cybernetics associated with the work of Heinz von Foerster and others, expanded the scope of systems thinking to include the observer and the process of observation itself. This acknowledged that the observer is an active participant in a system, shaping the observed reality. This addition proved influential for studies in epistemology and the philosophy of science. The Santa Fe Institute, established in 1984, became a prominent center for research on complex systems. It explored areas such as chaos theory, complexity theory, and agent-based modeling, all building on the foundation laid by Bertalanffy. The Institute attracted researchers from various disciplines, fostering interdisciplinary collaboration and promoting a deeper understanding of complex systems. Bertalanffy's work faced several critiques. Some critics argued that general system theory was too abstract and lacked empirical grounding. Others pointed out its potential for vagueness and its difficulty in providing specific solutions to practical problems. Critics also questioned whether the concept of a general theory could truly encompass the diversity of systems observed. Despite such criticisms, Bertalanffy's work has remained influential, shaping the development of systems thinking. The impact of Bertalanffy's work can be attributed to influences he incorporated during his career. Key influences included the biologist Paul Weiss, who advocated for understanding the organism as a dynamic, self-regulating entity, the Gestalt psychologists, such as Wolfgang Kohler, who emphasized the importance of holistic perception, the perception of a whole rather than the summation of individual elements, presented insights into the emergent properties. The work of cyberneticists, like Wiener, which addressed the nature of feedback and control mechanisms in biological and technological systems, added another critical element. The convergence of these ideas fueled Bertalanffy's drive to build a general framework. The influence of Bertalanffy's general system theory extends far and wide. It provided a framework that guided the development of the fields of operations research, management science, and organizational theory. It has also impacted computer science and artificial intelligence. The conceptual framework has supported the development of concepts like self-organizing systems and multi-agent systems. It continues to be used across disciplines, acting as a unifying framework for understanding the complex relationships between components within a single system. Its theoretical influence remains powerful, demonstrating its role as a major contribution to the intellectual history of the mid-20th century. In the realm of ecology, Bertalanffy's framework offered a vital perspective. It promoted the understanding of ecosystems as complex webs of interacting organisms and their environment, moving away from simplistic, linear views. His emphasis on open systems and feedback loops provided a valuable lens through which ecologists gained insight into population dynamics, nutrient cycles, and ecological stability. The concept of emergent properties helped scientists comprehend the complexity of ecological systems. In the fields of architecture and urban planning, general system theory supplied a rationale for more holistic design. Designers began to approach buildings and urban environments as intricate systems, considering the interactions among various components, such as buildings, transportation networks, and social systems. This approach yielded design solutions that were more sustainable, responsive to the needs of the users, and integrated with the environment. In management theory, general system theory contributed to the development of contingency theory. This framework emphasizes that there is no single best way to manage an organization. It suggested that effective management practices depended on the specific characteristics of the organization and its environment. This led to a more flexible and adaptive approach to management, recognizing that organizations needed to adjust based on the context in which they operated. The lasting legacy of Bertalanffy's work lies in its capacity to unify seemingly disparate fields. His insights on the interconnectedness of things have helped shape the way scientists, social scientists, and other professionals approach complex problems. The evolution of systems thinking continues, with the field constantly adapting and growing. New concepts and methodologies are being developed to accommodate the growing knowledge of complex phenomena. Bertalanffy's ideas remain relevant, providing a solid foundation for further exploration into the nature of complex systems. General system theory, born from the intellectual currents of his time, transformed the landscape of scientific inquiry and continues to shape the way we understand the world.
We really appreciate you tuning into this AI-powered presentation. Our goal is to push the boundaries of AI in content creation, and your input is invaluable. If there's a particular subject you'd like to see us tackle next, or if you have suggestions on how we could fine-tune our AI's creative prompts, please don't hesitate to leave your ideas in the comments section. We're excited to bring you more unique content very soon.